Hello, wargame lovers around the world! Welcome to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. Today, back into Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. If you found this channel by accident, stick around. It's a good time. Good time had by all. I labeled this Valentine's Day 1942. The Eastern Front is for lovers. Maybe not. We'll see. Let's hope the Soviets are nice to us in and around Valentine's Day, and they don't send us any exploding Valentine's presents. Hello, Anthony. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. I'm glad you're here, Anthony. Sometimes when you're not here, you say you were pulling your hair out, rewatching some of these. I don't want that to happen. I don't know how much you've got, but I don't want to lose any hair. Michael F., how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry, a few minutes late. That vast corporation kept me a little busy to the end today. But we're up. We're live. We're happening. And Ifler says I'm doomed. I am doomed. We're not even talking about the war game here, are we? David Bartello, hello. Marcus Aurelius, Paul Sander. What a crew! They're just piling in at this moment, waiting to see our next. Well, I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be negative. This time we are going to go around. We're going to look at every unit. Yeah, M60. I probably should say 3 o'clock. I tried to say 2:30 to 3 my time. Sometimes work's a little busier than others. I'm sure you guys can understand. Hello, Simon from England. I hope you're a football fan, my friend, and a Liverpool fan. That's the only way I'm gonna like you, Simon. No, that's all right. That's all right. I also like Leeds United. Well, we've talked about that on the stream before. I put this whole proposal together to buy Leeds United. Didn't quite work out. Too bad. That club is worth a lot more than it was 3 or 4 years ago. Okay, well now this time I'm going to slow down a little bit. Now normally when I play just me, I would sit here and pore over this map. Now, that is not conducive to live streaming. It's probably why not a lot of people live stream a game like this, because sitting there and thinking about each little regiment or battalion and whatnot, uh, I know we all like it. I'm just saying for the casual war game fan, maybe isn't the most exciting. But I am going to slow down this time because we are at a point where we've got to make every move correct to even have, to have a chance. Like I said last time, I was joking around about Dumb and Dumber, where he's like, you think she likes me? He's like, no, not really. He's like, what do you think my chances are? He said, like 1%, probably less than 1%. He's like, so you're saying I've got a chance? And yep, I'm saying we've got a chance. Now, the grand strategy at this point, if anybody was wondering, we haven't talked about grand strategy because we've just been on the scramble, is essentially to lead him down dead end road. So I would love to see the Soviets advance out here to the Narva River. Now, not too fast, right? We've got about 6 or 7 turns until the winter. I think it's 7 turns at this point until the winter rules are over. And if you're curious about the winter rules, there's a few of them. Go look in the rule book. But the basic idea is we're essentially cut in half for all of our combat values. And, freight is just not going to get through. Our logistics are not good. There's a lot of different problems in the winter, right? It's a full blizzard out here, and there's about as much snowfall as you can have in the game on the map at this point. Now, up here in the north, I did want to leave logistics on because there was some question whether we actually had depots. We do have depots. Now, how much freight are getting into them is a whole different question. We're trying to get our rail up into Talon. Now, when I play the second time through, one of the very first things I'm going to do up in the north is make sure we have a rail line directly into Talon. We did not do that this time. We kind of stopped here at this port. This port up to Talon, this line from Pskov to Talon, logistically speaking, would be very important. We're trying to get up there now because ultimately all of the freight these guys are getting are going to have to come out. It's going to have to come out of Pskov. We have to hold Pskov. Pskov losing that at this point would just, I mean, that's truly game over kind of stuff in the north. We can't lose that. That being said, we're probably going to have to pull out of this fort, which is going to make some of you scream and yell. I know you love fort levels. I do too. But at some point, you got to say, we can't let these guys get surrounded out here. These are two of our better divisions in the north. Now, that's relatively speaking. But we're going to have to drop them back. I don't see any other way. Also in the north, I was thinking about, and this maybe would be a mechanic that I'd call medium to, advanced level, is combining these panzer divisions. And so if you look here, and they usually combine down into the lower numbered division. So if we look at 5th Panzer, you'll see here, merge unit. Now, if we did do that, it would merge into one of these other two. Usually it goes to the lower one for whatever reason. That's probably a programming thing. Or just a numbering thing. They keep the lower numbers. I don't know. But sometimes when you're trying to merge into a higher unit, it doesn't work. But you take the higher unit and it can merge into the lower unit. But anyway, the point is you can merge these together. Now, why would I do that? Well, in some of these cases, and we will do it other places on the map where it makes sense, in some of these cases, you don't have um, a force that can even fight. You just have a force that essentially has not enough men, not enough support to even mount any kind of defense. So we're going to look around and think about that. Now, why would I not do it here or here? Now, I'm going to take the logistics off really quickly, but we've got these 3 divisions here. These essentially are no longer operational fighting forces. They're nominally called divisions, but they're at like 1/3 strength. If we combined all 3 of these, all of a sudden they've got a little better ammunition, at least for the guy, think about how a division would work. You've got some guys back on a second, third layer. You give them fewer amounts of ammunition. The guys on the front line have a little more. It's an advantage, generally speaking. Why would I not do it here in Leningrad? Is because I want these guys to retreat. They're essentially trapped now. So if the Soviets attack them and they may get knocked back here, they maybe even will get routed, but we'll eventually lose less men by putting up less of a fight, if that makes sense. I want these guys to get knocked back here, okay? So, if everything else was equal and we had a line, let's say, I don't know, like a line here, and I thought we could hold it, I would merge these units together to make them stronger. Now, one thing to think about there is the fact that ultimately, you're going to have fewer divisions. You have less coverage. Now, we could break them up into regiments of this kind of same size, but once we start to recover in the spring, you're just going to have fewer divisions. So just something to think about when you're merging units, anyway. All right, so I want these guys to get knocked out. I'm actually going to take them all off. They would be at unready. I really don't want them to be in refit because you're just wasting your refit when we go through the logistics phase. So I mean, we've got deleted or deleted, pretty much depleted. I guess I'll keep them on refit for now. When they get knocked back, I'll probably take them off refit just because I would rather that reinforcement stuff or the resupply, everything else, the stuff that comes into a unit to go to stuff that's going to be on the front line. Once they get knocked back, we're going to try to get them to the back as fast as we can, and hopefully over time they'll recover, but I don't want them taking reinforcements away from units on the front line. So we're going to have to take them off refit at some point. Um, I mean, I could do it now, I guess. I'm gonna leave it for this turn. Panzers I've got on refit, kind of the same idea. And when it comes to the merge, we could merge them up. right? But I'm kind of hoping a few of these retreat 3 or 4 hexes. Now, who knows? Because ultimately, I talk about, and I've talked about this over the last several episodes, Panzer divisions are very strong, not just because of the Panzers, but because of everything else they have. I mean, they've got, this is a division of 15,000 men. Now, he doesn't have very much ammunition. And because of that, I'm actually going to merge him into second. So I am going to do one merge here. All right. Now he's got no ammunition. We could continue to merge. Either way, no matter what we do, we're going to lose a lot of panzers here. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I'm going to go ahead and, as you see, when I click on second panzer, there's no merge. When I go to 5th Panzer, there is a merge. So we're going to merge all of that together. Now you see the entire unit has 25% ammunition instead of one unit not having any, or essentially 1%, one having like 14% and one having, 48% or whatever it was. It's still not great. We're still going to lose a lot of panzers, but it makes it a little stronger for now. These guys I am not going to merge. Okay, as we continue on around here, so this is von Manstein. I'm going to back him up one. Now that does take us completely out of. That's fine. He's got a routed unit here. I don't think he has anything that can jump over here. This will get knocked back, but we're not sure how far yet. Now, when we go to these units, we've got 8,000, 12,000, 8,100 in a Panzer division. He actually has a few threes and twos when it comes to the Panzers. Now, the Panzer 2C is essentially an armored car. I mean, it's not, it's technically a tank, but it's not going to do much. The 3Gs are a pretty, it's kind of a bread and butter tank. We've got a few. We've got a few. We really need to hold that if we're going to get this out. Um, Over here, we've got 75, 66, 12,000. That's a fairly strong, relatively speaking, unit. We're just going to let it sit. Now, I've moved a lot of these before. I'm just kind of recapping at this point because I wanted to go through everything. Um, and that's all. So I'm kind of going back through, making sure I've got everybody in command that I can get in command, making sure I've moved everybody that I can. Talking about merging, like these 2 units here, I was looking at them before. 2,700 men in a 16,000 man division normally. So 27 here, we'll probably merge those two. Again, I don't want to get carried away with it because I don't want. Let's hit Z here. I've got defense on. Now we got movement points on. Um, I don't want to get carried away because I don't want us to have a lack of divisions to encircle or do other things anyway. All right, as we move down here, we're going to have to move this unit back. I don't want to. I don't think we really have a choice. I'm actually going to double stack the fins, and I'm going to bring him right back on this road and pop them up there. Now, I'm going to put him behind them just in case. These units are exposed. Now, we can't allow him to move out and around here. So I'm actually going to have to move this Panzer division up the road. Again, I mean, when you're losing a war, I'm not sure who said it, but when you're losing a war, sometimes there are no good options. Um, Yep, Nordhammer says biggest thing is not to have a pile of worn out divisions. Totally agree. The problem up here in the north is none of these are on the rail, so we can't send any of them to the reserves. The minute I can get some of these to the rail, that's what I'm doing with 4th Army, a little, in the center. I'm trying to get them to the rail, then I'm going to send them to the reserves. Totally agree. Oh, what was I saying? I'm not sure who said it. Was it Napoleon? Probably not, because I don't think he ever admitted to losing a war. But when you're losing a war, sometimes there aren't good options. They're all bad options. I'm going to have to move this Panzer division out, at least for a turn, to sit right here to make sure he can't push on Pskov earlier than, we're ready for it. Will we ever be ready for it? Well, I'm not sure about that. But I've got to use what I've got, and I just don't have anything back here. Now we do have a lot of reinforcement units that came on the map this time, and we're going to go grab those in a second. Another thing I'm going to do is go ahead and move this motorized out to block the path to Valeki Luki. Again, I would never do this if we were in better shape. I would never take him out of the city, but I mean, at this point, we just can't let him take Valeki Luki. So we got to throw everything that we've got. Now, we've got this reinforcement that came on the map. He'll get off the train next time, and hopefully we can put him right up there. As a matter of fact, let's go on him. Can I put him directly? I don't think he can get off the train here. They're blocked from here, though. I really want him up here. The reason being is I'm not sure if he's going to have enough movement to take this motorized unit's place next time. Do I dare? Well, I'll just put him in Valeki Luki this turn. Okay, so he's there. This is what it is. It's the best I can do with what we've got at this point. We're trying to build fort levels. We've got forts. They're sitting down in here. We've got this is a very strong unit. This came on the map, a few turns ago. We've got it sitting here in a fort. It's probably the best unit we have in the center, to be honest with you. So it's sitting here. These are two fairly strong units for the direct route into Valeki Luki. All right. These guys not nearly as strong. I'm almost tempted to merge him into that. I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to turn him to ready, though. I'm also going to turn him to ready. I'm going to try to get as many of these off of refit as I can. M60, I think it was you that made the good point. Let's target it a little bit of what's, in refit, what's not, because ultimately we just don't have enough stuff to go around. And refitting these units out here when I mean, they're having a hard time getting supply even is just going to cost trucks. It's gonna cause all kinds of problems. So let's try to be a little more targeted with that. So we've got ready. All right. Down here, 6,200, 8,200. Okay, we're going to turn them to, whoops. We're going to make sure they're both on ready. They just need it less than some of the stuff down here. 2,300 men. Now, this is the kind of unit that we're going to merge because it's not even a fighting force anymore. At least if we get it up to 6,000, well, it's got a lot of fuel. Hopefully, it puts that back in the into the pool. But it at least it's got no supply. We moved it back onto this road to try to get it some supply, some freight in general. But these units are in bad shape. I'm actually going to merge this one as well. This also could help a little bit with some of our command issues because we were running a few points over the top. Let's find out where the hell is. All right, there's Army Group Center. Where is Ninth Army? There it is. Okay, now it's down to 22 of 27. It's a little better. I've just kind of got it sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. Uh, okay. I mean, we're going to lose some guys out of our logistics area, but we've got to try to keep fighting forces in cities if we can. All right. Now down here we've got 6,900 and 4,100. That's not great, but I will say this, the Soviets are running out of steam a little bit. I think we're at the edge of their logistics, at least in 1942. Now, if this were 1943, this would be a different story, but they're essentially just sending ones. They do have some that are like twos or threes, but it's like a swarm. It's just like the cicadas hitting us. And so I don't know. I mean, these guys are just going to have to grin and bear it. Let's put them on ready. Oh, he's either going to be unready or not. If it's going to go to unready, I'll leave it on refit. That's fine. Um, these are two of our strongest units out here. They're the only ones that aren't back into a fortification on the front line. I think that's okay for a turn, but I want to bring the second Panzer one here to stack just to the northwest of Smolensk. And then the Ninth Army won the 167th ID. I don't know. I don't know. We may eventually move these guys out of Fourth Army back because I'm trying to get all of Fourth Army back. Okay, it is what it is. 56, 27, 40. I mean, this is just, these guys aren't functional fighting forces. Let's try to get them into the reserves so they could do it from here, right here, they can do it. Let's take the rail off. Ah, they can't move. That's right. I forgot that I already moved some of these guys. So they can't move out of here. They can't move. We've got a fairly decent force, but that has got no supply out here because essentially, I mean, there's just too many things to supply here. We've had to mass and Vitebsk. We've got everything coming into Vitebsk, but there's only so many units it can supply. So it is what it is. These guys we've got to leave sitting here. This is fine. That's fine. We're building a little fort level here. We've even got a panzer division sitting here. It's not ideal, but got to do what we got to do. Now, this unit's very weak, but it's with two stronger units. Okay. Von Manstein's guys. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Modal. Modal's guys we're going to have to try to get out of here, do something with, put them back by Vitebsk next time, maybe. This unit is done for. Let's put that on the rail. All right. Can I actually put him on reserve with one? Nah, I can't. Some of these units we could even think about disbanding and sending stuff back to the pools. Um, Next time I'll try to put him back into the reserves because I mean 2,000 men, that's not going to get it done. Same with this unit. Whoops. Whoops. Where'd you go? All of these units are spent. They're done. As we move around here, there's not a whole lot to do. We're just kind of staying in place. We're trying to build fort levels. I mean, that is what it is. There's not much else to say about it. This unit, I do want to break up to cover more territory. I'm going to put one up here, two hexes away from him. Hopefully, I'm glad I did that. We just can't have him run through and try to take this line. So I'm going to move one there. I think I'll move this down here. First of all, we'll scatter that unit. There's another unit there, but I mean, this is a brand new unit we brought on the map. We keep the fort level for this guy, and hopefully they've covered enough territory here to prevent a complete breakthrough into the back of our center. You know, I mean, as you can see, he could break into here. All of a sudden, we're having to defend shit, I don't know what, Vilnius, I mean, so I just wanted to spread him out a little bit. Some of these units, I think after this turn, if we absorb the attacks here, we can take the panzer divisions and spread them out because these are very strong infantry units. We also have a full panzer division here that we could move out to somewhere. I don't know if I dare break that one up, but do I dare? Where eagles dare. He can't break up right here because there's too many units here. He would have to break up here just to get some coverage down here. Um, Nothing's back here. We know that nothing's there, but we've got a big gap here that he could potentially break through. But we do have this motorized that could potentially step out and try to stop him. I don't think it makes sense at this point where we are to leave it. Whoops, I got to move him. I just said that. I don't think it makes sense to leave anything sitting back behind the lines. Um, it just doesn't. I mean, we've got too many places we've got to cover right now. So let's move one of these guys. Man, I hate to do that. Where to put him? All right, I'm going to move him down there just to cover this road. Yuck. Okay. This guy I'm gonna put here on this road, trying to defend against any kind of a breakthrough. And I guess I'll put this guy. Whoops, didn't want to do that. That's not who I'm trying to move. This guy, I guess I'll put here and try to defend against any kind of breakthrough there. Again, there are no perfect answers now. I don't know really what to do with this unit. I'm not going to attack there. I kind of feel like he's go. Oh, we were talking about big grand strategy. I'm really hoping he tries to go down this way, or he maybe comes around this way, or continues to push this way a little bit, because our one hope is a big encirclement, right? That he gets too far extended as we did, and then we could just come around the back of the marshes in the spring, like back here to Orel, or I mean, maybe being a little less crazy to Gomel, something like that, and we just absolutely cut off. I don't even know how many divisions that would be. So that's the hope. That's the hope. All right. I'm not saying it's likely. I don't even know if it's possible, but that's the hope. Um, Here in Zytomir, we've got an interesting issue. We've got two motorized divisions. Now, we've got a bunch of really, for us anyway, at this point, pretty strong things out here. We've got a new division here sitting with 12,000. The Italians. I'm not sure if it makes sense to leave them. I guess it does. I mean, moving them back and forth isn't going to do us a lot of good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these motorized divisions. Which one has the least amount? Okay, this guy. I'm going to move him there and stack with the Italians. I'm going to move the one that has more, and I'm going to put that up in East Kiev because that was getting attacked last time and it's not very strong. We've got one good division there, but that's not enough to hold that, I don't think. So we're going to put that up there, and then we're going to put this infantry division straight in there. Okay. Now then, we get to the weaker part of our line over here, um, which is right through here. I mean, I'm not saying any of it's strong, but if I was going to pick the weakest line that we have right now, it's right here. And you can see he's already pushing for Kirovograd. What are we going to do about that? Well, we do have this infantry division that's going to take a step forward back into the city. All right, and we'll actually stack that headquarters with him. So he's got a mech force out here. We've got a bunch of really understrength divisions that got blown the hell out of here before. This division, or these two divisions, are fairly strong, but I mean, I don't really know what they're going to do out here. They're starting to get bypassed, I guess would be the best way to put it. I'm going to put one here and I'm going to put one there to try to rebuild some kind of line out here. Now we've got this motorized that we actually moved out from Kirovograd. I'll come back to this in a minute because we're going to bring one or two of our reinforcements right up here. Uh, this unit is 3,900 men, this infantry. That's not going to do anybody any good. Um, so I'm gonna, let's see, hold on. Oh, we need to get this out of here. So 6th Army headquarters, we can probably put that on the rail. Uh, let's see, 11th Army. I could bring him up here to yeah, this is Zytomir. I could bring 11th Army up there, or I could just put him like here. I don't want him be. I don't know exactly how the AI is programmed, but I don't want it to be a magnet. I'll tell you that much. Maybe I'll stack him back here with the motorized. Can I not do that? Oh yeah, he's got three. All right, 11th Army. Back here, I've got Army Group South. Okay. Well, shit. I guess for now, I'm just gonna move 11th Army forward. Sure. Um, Sixth Army then on the rail. Ah, shit. I didn't mean for him to be on the train, but I guess that didn't matter. Um, Sixth Army, I'm going to bring back around to Venitza. Now that takes this unit out of command, but we're going to be trying to shift him this way. I say this unit, this corps. Does this take everybody out of command though? I may undo that. Hold on. Well, shiitake mushrooms. I guess I'm going to put him right there. We'll take him off the train. The Panzers actually though need. Let's go to regular movement. Fourth Panzer got blown out at some point. We're going to put him down in Kravoy Rogue. All right, so that gets all of the Panzer divisions back in command, or the Panzer Corps, I should say. All right, so we moved those guys out. This guy is kind of exposed. I mean, if they get out and around here, but I'm going to bring a reinforcement up here if I can. Now, 3,900 and 4,400 ain't going to get it done. So we're going to merge these two if I can figure out who can merge or if they can merge. Yeah, they just don't even have, they can't merge. Okay, do I dare put them there? I don't want to. How much is his fort level? 24%? I'm going to put him back in this city, or this town. It's not a city, a town. Um, for now, I'm going to put him here. Now, they may end up getting completely routed out. I understand that, but again, there's not great choices here. Now, this unit's kind of preoccupied here. I think that's strong enough to hold this. As a matter of fact, if we had a deliberate attack, I would probably do it. This is 3993. My goodness in heaven. Let's bring him over here. Can we merge him? 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 Nope. So we've just got three crappy units stacked together, but I think it's the best we can do for now. All right. I'm going to leave him in Cherkasy for now. He's probably going to get absolutely overrun, but I don't think there's a whole lot we can do about that either. I'm going to move him back. These units, can they merge together? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Nope. Okay. This is where we got to bring the reinforcements right here. We can't allow him to drive this way. So we're going to have to bring a division in here. I do want to do this attack there. Excellent. Okay, so we routed that out. That was 2,000 men. He's still got an attack left, a deliberate attack. Let's hit this unit, see what happens. Not a whole lot. That didn't make me happy. These two guys will have hit here, routed. So that was 3,500 men. Just trying to thin out this cicada problem we have here. I'm not going to do that one. I don't think I'll do anything there. I'll actually put the headquarters in town because we may as well. Why not? These guys look fairly strong. This is the big problem right here. And if he drives past us, this fort level becomes irrelevant, essentially. As a matter of fact, oh, I can't quite. Gosh darn it. This motorized over here, I think, would help. Can he? Whoops, got to get back on regular move. I think he can get back up there. I don't think I have anything else that can get there. These guys are going to get absolutely mauled. But it is what it is. I don't know what else to do about it. Um, I don't know why I'm looking up there. I'm thinking that's why. Let's see. Oh, let's look at chat. Yeah, where's Kalo? Kalo melted in the sun. Erzbeck, the rail network is much improved. We've got like good rail everywhere now since we have a lot less territory. Uh, just reading your comments here. Yeah, the merged units I think just go away. I mean they merge into the other one. I don't think you like get a reformed unit later. That's my understanding anyway. Um all right, let's go get some of our reinforcements. That'll cheer me up. Let's get the one of the full or the full division, the one full division we have here, 329th, and 329th is going to come motoring right up here. I don't think they can come all. Well, I don't want to say that. Let's put him in here. Here. I mean, I'd love to put him in here, but he can't get off the train. I also really need one here, to be honest with you. Okay, let's put him in right there. He'll get off the train next time. Hopefully, he'll get the chance. Now that light division, the bigger light division, I think, so him right there, fifth light, I think we need to take him and put him, like here, 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 because I eventually want him to try to hold right there. We could pull out a Cherkasy. I hate to do that. I hate to do that, but I think they're going to get surrounded. All right, so I'm going to bring him there. And then these guys, I am going to drop back. I know I have a fort level, but they're just absolutely going to get surrounded. So at some point, it's kind of like, you know what? Before we do that, let's be a little more careful. I'll bring him even further back. I don't think anybody can get to him there. Now then, these units, it sucks, but I think we got to pull them out. As a matter of fact, these are two units that are ripe for merging, 3100, 5400. All right. So we're going to merge one into the other. Now they're 8600. Look how strong they look. But I think we've got to pull back from Cherkasy. I just don't think we have a choice. I wish we did. Let's go to the light woods. At least we've got light woods, my friends. This unit will come up and try to, wherever they busted through, and we've got this unit here to try to hold this line as much as we can. Okay, Krivigrad, we've got this new unit here. We've got him motorized. I could put that there, but I don't want him to flow through there. We kind of tried to spread out here, but this is deadly right here. I mean, we just don't have anything here. We've got to get the Hungarians off the line. Oh, I guess I've got uh, Krivi Rogue all full. I could bring, tell you what, I'll just bring that Hungarian unit there. This one, tell you what, I'll just stack him with him. I've just, I don't know. The Hungarians got new orders. All right. These guys, who am I going to attach them to is the question. 11th Army's 22 of 27, so I think they have to go directly into 11th Army. I think that probably makes the most sense. 17th, where's 11th Army? There it is. My goodness. Um, what's 6th Army look like? 28 of 27. Okay, so they are going to go into 11th Army. He'll go into 11th Army. And I actually could bring that new core that we have, core headquarters, as part of our reinforcements. I could bring them down here and kind of restructure all this. So everything here is part of 11th Army, everything here is 6th Army. I'll probably end up doing that. I'm just not going to do it right now. All right, so they came in there. Now let's go back and get what else we've got. All right, the light divisions I'm going to put on the train, and they're going to actually come out here. I mean, look at this. Now one point I want to make about this, and I want to be clear, I'm not saying this is, ideal. I'm saying it's the situation we have now. So what am I hoping for? I'm actually hoping the Soviets push down here to about here. Okay. It's a knife's edge, right? We can't have them get down into the Crimea, obviously, but I would not mind to see them get about here. And if they did, hopefully, again in the spring, we could take our panzers straight across here and completely cut off whatever they bring this way. So with that in mind, I mean, we do need a delaying force out here. And that delaying force is going to be these light divisions. We really don't have anything else. So we're going to bring them by train, all three of them. We have three of them that came on the map. There's one of them. And I haven't figured out their command yet or who I should have command them. Now, they will be able to get a lot further next time. It's just this is kind of the limit they can go on the rail this time, but this rail network is still set up, so they'll be able to get out nearer to the front. And then this is the last one. And again, I just want to slow them down. I just don't want them to cut off the neck here because that would cause all sorts of problems. Some of them I probably haven't even thought of yet. Okay, so they're out here. We'll get them down here next turn. We're going to drop the Romanians back and just set them up in triple stacks. I don't think there's too much else we can do. We did get a new Panzer division, the 22nd Panzer. That one I'm going to roll directly into or close to Vitebsk behind all of this. I think I'll just put it right in town. All right, so there he goes. And then the Corps headquarters, at this point, I'm going to try to redo the entire southern front at some point during one of the mud turns. So I'm going to actually, I don't want to clog up this rail, but I don't really know what else to do. Oh, I'll bring him around this way. All right, so for this turn, he'll just go there. Okay. Um, all right, as we come along here, this is scary as hell. I mean, these Romanian cavalry brigades aren't going to stop wet toilet paper. So, they're sitting out here. They're kind of standing around. That I don't know what else to say about them. Let's get back to regular move mode. We'll scoot him over one just so he doesn't get obliterated. Actually, maybe I'll move him over one just for a little zone of control. Sure. Okay. This is a stronger stack, right? We've got a Panzer division here. Again, it's not only the Panzers, it's everything else they've got that makes it strong. We've got this motorized brigade. This is actually, one of our weaker motorized units, but it's something. We've got 9,500 men in that. I'm just curious, is there anything else I can merge together? Like, I just wish I could merge and just make one halfway decent division out of that, but I guess not. Okay, we've got two stronger divisions, one half strength division just to the west of D Town. This is pretty strong zone of control, relatively speaking. Now we got blown out of here. I can't even remember. I think this was Romanians. Maybe it was these two units and this unit. Let's see, and we can. Okay, so let's take that from 17th Army. How much was that? 67. Actually, that was one of my weaker. Well, these two are kind of equal. Let's make sure it's one of the stronger ones, relatively speaking. We'll double stack there, and then let's put one of our weaker Panzer division, or the weaker Panzer division on top of him. Now that makes a fairly strong stack, relatively speaking. And then this final infantry, I can. Okay, I wanted to see if I could bring him up here. It looks like I can. I could also put him there. Now, can these guys get there? They can. Excellent. Thank God. Okay, so let's put him there. And we're going to try to build this with 17th Army and 1st Panzer. the best we can. The Slovaks, we're not on the rail, are we? No. Okay. The Slovaks I'm gonna bring this way eventually. All right, this is 83 and 65. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Maybe though. Yeah, he can't get all the way over there. Maybe I take this motorized and try to help over here in this spot. Okay, let's do that. So we've got two motorized. He gets a little closer over here to the motorized area. Um, and we'll put the Slovak motorized there. Now I think I've got enough zone of control here to keep him from coming through. I guess we'll find out. Oh, you know what? Actually, I was going to put the Slovaks. Let's undo that. Here, here. There we go. Okay, I just replaced one with the other. The Slovaks aren't as strong. I don't think. Yeah, they're not nearly as strong, but we need it more here anyway. Okay, now what? Well, it's a great question. Let's get this headquarters moved back here on the routed unit. We've got these guys just sitting here. But again, I don't think he can sneak through here. We've got Romanians there. Let's bring some of our. Now, these are very weak units 44, 4,000. This one at least is 7,000. Not that that's great, but let's move one in there. All right. And then I'm actually going to try to merge. I don't think you could merge these two. Well, it says you could. Hmm. Interesting. All right. Let's merge these two. Oh, okay. In this hex, they can't be merged. That's what I thought. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. Um. Okay. Could I put this mountain unit then? Man, those guys are weak. I really wanted to bring my stronger units up here. Um. All right. Let's bring him there. Can we merge these two? Yes. Yes. Yes! Hey, it worked. Okay. That makes for a much stronger mountain unit. I'll say that. We've got 4,000, 5,000, 4,000. Yuck. 4, 7, 6. Okay. Well, we'll take the stronger of these two and put them in there. And then I'm going to take the weaker of the Panzer divisions and stack it with that. All right. Hopefully that's strong enough. Now I'll take him and put him there, and I'll take the Romanian, this mountain unit. He's 8,300. He's the stronger. Now I could combine these Romanian mountain units, I think. All right. Let's merge them. So now they're 10,000 strong. Okay, sure. We'll put them all right there. All right, moving on. Let's move the headquarters back just slightly. And now let's put this unit there. 101st Light. Okay, 4,000, 4,000. Right. Okay, 4,000, 4,000. That's not looking strong, guys. Um, ooh, man, this is ugly. Okay, let's merge him in with somebody. All right, so 7,900, 7,900. That allows us to stack another one. So now we've got at least like 20,000 men there. Now in D-Town, am I in D-Town or Z-Town? I'm in Z-Town. See, that's how into the game I am. 4,100, 46, 56. All right. What else do I have here? The core headquarters. All right, he's going to have to back up. We're going to put one in there. One in there. We're going to try to merge these two. All right. 17th Army isn't going to have a whole lot, but we got a lot of reinforcements that are coming to 17th Army. All right, so we'll put that in there. Actually, we won't. I'm going to move him right there, and I'm going to move this unit down, and then we'll merge these. Nah, I'm not going to merge them. Actually, we need to keep some divisions out there, so when we actually recover, we've got something to build up. Um, all right. I think that's as good as I can make it, at least for now. Now then, where are we going to make our line with the Romanians? What a joke. Uh, where are we making our Romanian line? Well, let's put them, I don't know, at an air base, just because it's on the rail, I guess. All right. These two, I'm going to merge them together. All right. Then we've got Romanian cavalry. We'll stack all of them together. We're going to move the headquarters down here. Okay, we need to move this headquarters back, obviously. So we'll put him right behind all this. Now, of course, he's got a line, as big as your back porch out here, just to drive right through. Again, maybe I should move him. I kind of want to set him in the center, make him pick this way or that way, and hopefully by March 31st he's about right here. Can we do it? Hell, I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Um, repair. I'm back to doing my R's. That's what happens when I'm stressed over the game. Uh, all right, so we're gonna bring this up to Krivi Rogue. I know I'm saying that wrong, but I like to say it that way. I want to roll my R's. Um, all right, Romanians, let's triple stack you there in a level 2 fort and see if we can slow him down for a turn. These guys, I'm just gonna hell, I don't know, let them build a fort there. You guys have fun. It's just like good old summertime building a fort. Ooh, I don't want them to be out of. Let's put him there for now. If he gets displaced, so be it. Um, all right. Hungarians, where are you going to go? Let's encircle this just with the Hungarians. They'd be the heroes of the war. Let's just put them right behind here, just because I don't have any other place that makes sense. Nothing to do in the Crimea. As you can see, these Romanians are looking super strong. We may eventually have. Now, I'm not going to get out of the Kerch. We'll just have to figure something else out. I mean, part of my only hope for winning is trying to get over to Baku or something like that. So we're not going to get out of the Kerch. All right. Not sure. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to do. Trying to hold where we can. He's going to come pouring through here at some point. But for now, I'm fairly satisfied with this. Again, if I was playing on my own, I'd probably sit here for another 3 hours and look at it. But I think for now, we're going to get obliterated there. It's just a matter of how many tanks we lose, not if we lose them. Because he's just going to move into this hex, right? He's going to take Pushkin. He's got us surrounded on 3 sides. Could be 4 sides when he blows these guys out. And, in here we've got 268 tanks. Now, I would love to disband them, put them in the reserve, whatever else, but you got to be on a rail line to do those things. I don't know. There's nothing else to do with them. We're just going to take a lick in there. I have no doubt about it. Let's look at the commander's report very quickly. I was kind of looking around at refits. Now that we've merged some of these units, I'm going to give it one more turn, I think. Again, probably something I would do if I was playing on my own, but I'm not going to go through every one of these units again and just decide, oh gosh, we've got to refit, 73rd Infantry Division and spend 2 hours figuring that out. I don't think that's very much fun. And I don't think it's going to make the biggest difference in the world at this point. I really, if I thought it was going to be what turned the tide, I probably would. Let's do look. I'll just sort these like we always do, just to see if anything stands out. Do our usual, get air bases off there, get support units off there. Let's look at percent TOE. This is the kind of chart that'll scare you. Unready. All right. Hey, he says ready. He's ready at 19% of his TOE. Who are these brave guys? Let's give them a medal. 26th Infantry. I love you guys. Ready, ready, ready. I mean, these should probably be on refit, but I'm not going to go back. At this point, we'll do that next turn. I'm not going to do it every single turn. We'll go through it with the fine-tooth comb next turn. At this point, again, I don't think that's what's going to be the turning point. Let's go to distance from headquarters and just see if anything we think anything's crazy. We don't have anything out too bad here. Now we know this guy is away. Whoa. He's directly attached to 2nd Panzer. Don't I have a Panzer Corps here? He's still going to be out of command even with this, though. Huh. Well, he would be in command at least. This is 46th. All right. Let's flip him over to 46th. That will put 46th over by 1. That's okay. This guy's going to be out of command no matter what, so I'm not going to mess with that. Romanians, okay. The Panzer Division we talked about. Viking, LAH, and Lair. We know about those. Those are those motorized on the southern front. I don't think there's a whole lot we can do about that. 10th Corps. Oh, well, these guys are going to get blown away. So those are the other ones. All right, let's scoot back. Let's run the turn. Let's see what happened. Oh, you know what? You know what I'm going to do? Let's see. We've got 40 AP. I'm tempted to let the AI reconfigure the depots a little bit because I feel like, especially along here, let's look at the logistics. I'm not sure how or why or when people are getting freight. Now, I did turn some of these on offline a few times ago. Um, okay, well, this actually looks all right. It's pulling freight up to Minsk. I want that. This is pulling it out to Vitebsk and Smolensk. Okay, and Veliki Luki. All right, that looks okay. Pskov, these guys are 4s. Talon's going to be a 3. I set this one up last time at Sonda. That's going to be a 4 once we can get the rail done. That reminds me, actually. Are there any other rail units out there that I can pull? I think they're all taken for. Okay, we also have these replacement Panzer battalions. That's in Army Group North. Nah, I don't think that makes sense. Oh, I do remember something I wanted to do. I'm glad I looked at that. I took a lot of support units, extra support units that I had laying around, and I actually put them in OKH so I could pull them down to 11th Army. So let's get. I don't really need the siege mortar, but I don't need it anyplace else either. So let's do that. Let's pull those out. And I'll actually pull the Norway Infantry Battalion. Does that make sense? Sure. I mean, they just don't have anything down here, so I'm going to pull all that out. I've got all of those construction battalions, but to be honest with you, I'm not really sure where to put them at this point. Um, 13 of 15, 10 of 15. So when they go to their place, so 11th Army is going to have to scoot up. Let's just put him there for now. That helps with that. Those Panzer replacements, let's go back to OKH. I think OKH is in Vilnius now. Uh, gosh, wow. Yeah, OKH is in Vilnius. How funny. Um, okay. So our Panzer replace. Oh, that reminds me. That Panzer division, we will have to reassign that, but we're going to do all of that next time. Let's look at these replacement Panzer battalions. Okay, they're sitting at like 32, 6, and 6. I think I'm going to use them to try to beef these, this back up once it eventually gets out of here. If it does, maybe this guy. I mean, we've got a lot of different. We may have to do that down here in First Panzer because obviously I pulled them out of D Town, so they're going to get wrecked. But we're just trying to hold on. Um, yeah, I've got a lot of different places I could put those. I'm not going to put them on the map this time. I may wait all the way until the spring. All right, let's turn the turn. Yeah, we'll exit without depot management. Fifth Panzer. Why do you like that one, Nordhammer? I should go back. Well, now actually, I should read this Wikipedia on every unit. Maybe I'll do a special series where we go through every unit and talk about their Wikipedia. That would kind of be fun, to be honest with you. All right. Well, let's see if this line holds at all. I think it's fairly strong around Kiev. I think we can hold this, honestly, unless they get around behind us. That's why I'm trying to bring stuff up here. I'm putting motorized units over here because obviously, if they cut us off here, we're in big, 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 big trouble here. But I think we can hold it if we don't get encircled. But I could say that about a lot of places on the map. I think we could hold D Town and Z Town unless we get completely encircled. So I'm just trying to avoid the encirclements. We really have not gotten encircled yet. I will give myself a pat on the back for that. Now, I know I have been dropping back aggressively, giving up fort levels. It's a yin and a yang there, right? I mean, but ultimately, if you get encircled, it doesn't matter what your fort level is. So I've been trying to drop back and be a little elastic. I've probably overdone it a little bit. I probably, a few places should have held in longer. I will say we held in too long at Leningrad because I was just too proud to give it up. Uh, I don't know. It's a place by place decision. All right, let's see how bad we get wrecked up there with our Panzers. Let's hope they fail like a command roll or something, and we only get knocked back and lose like 20 tanks because I'm expecting to lose half of them probably. I think we have like 250 in that division up there. I mean, none of them are operational. So we're essentially carrying tank parts back back to the Narva River. We're trying, we're pushing them. We got the horses pulling the panzers back to the Narva. How sad. All right, so he's flown like 6 air missions this time. I'm sure all recon to some degree. It's going to take us a long time. I'm going to have to do a full episode on resetting up our Luftwaffe once the skies clear. It's going to take a while. Not that it's ultimately that important, but at least it would help a little bit to get some ground support bombing. Um, while the winter rules are still, hey, we held, barely 1.6 to 1, but we chewed him up pretty well there. He tried it again. 2,400 men he lost on those attacks. Yep, there we go. Yep, we lost 197 tanks. I knew that was going to happen, but I mean, there was no other place to go. Okay, we got blown out of Leningrad. That's what we wanted. Now he tried to hit there again. I mean, who knows? Those are just scraps. We don't even have tanks left in there, essentially. We only got 71 left out of all of what was 3 full panzer divisions. Okay, well, it is what it is. At least I almost wish he would have gotten blown out But he really made no headway there. Hey, we held here to the northeast of Lecky Luki. Nice. Got pushed back there. This is just outside of Vitebsk, down here to the south. Then he got hit again, but we held that time. Now this is one of those panzer divisions I broke up. They're now hitting into Orsha. We lose 1,300 men, or they lose 1,300 men. We lost 300. Wow, these guys are holding strong. Well done, gents, for now. They may still have enough to attack again. He's got a cavalry unit through here, but that might be one that we can squeeze. Okay. That's southeast of Kiev. We got pushed back a hex. Wasn't a disaster. We held there. He's got another cavalry unit he's pushed through here. I think we can blow those out. Okay. Again, northeast of Lecky Luki, we hold again. Now, this is our strongest place, essentially on the center front, that he's attacking into. Now he attacks in there again, and again we hold. We're starting to put up a lot stiffer resistance now that we're getting some fort levels, double, triple stacking. He hit here. We're chewing on his manpower. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's got unlimited manpower, but we're at least holding our own here. Into the center line, into our two strong units that are out here. Essentially 6 or 7 to 1 losses for him. Just to the southeast of Lecky Luki, we hold again. These are all good results so far. Retreat, okay, that wasn't terrible. He attacks just to the south of Smolensk and gets chewed up. Those are strong in there. Now, we lost 13 tanks there, but he lost 3,200 men. We had 119 on the defense there. That's a good adjusted value. Now, we did lose a few tanks, but it goes to show you they're sitting in town. Very hard to hit that. We just have to keep dropping back because we're about to be encircled. That shouldn't be an issue here. He's trying to attack into this line, but this is all very strong now. If they don't get around us here, this is all pretty damn strong. And we've attracted them like flies on you know what. Okay, we got knocked back there. That was that one little unit I stuck out here. Now they're going to try to attack this triple or double stack, I guess. Two of these Panzer Regiment, but they're in a level 2 fort, so they didn't bust that. Okay, that's good. Him taking a step back, that's all I want to do is slow him down, so that was not the worst result. All right, they hit next to Kiev, into East Kiev, the urban area. I think that's, maybe it's city, I can't remember. They hit into Zytomir. We're holding strong there. Look at that, a 353 on the adjusted defense. He's not going to take that directly, I'll tell you that. Not during the winter. 780. Okay, we held there. We held here. We'll wait until we get over here next to D Town and Z Town before we celebrate. Ah, that's what I was afraid of. That's why I brought that reinforcement here. These guys just got obliterated. I mean, that's a true rout. And you can see now he's pushing through here. Hopefully, he didn't get to that unit on the train. Oh, we just hold on. We gave him massive losses there. Just outside of Kirovograd. He tried to attack this way. No can do, my friend, and none there either. 1 to 15, holding strong there. So the defensive line is stiffening. Stiffening. It's not stiff. No jokes allowed here, but it's stiffening. All right, we're putting big losses on him along this line. Now we are losing some tanks. No surprise there, but we're holding. We held again. He's taken a lot of losses this time. again, he'll just replace them. It's not the biggest deal. Ew, no, that's what I did not want to see. Uh, okay. He's attacking just to the west of D-Town. They're wearing us down a little bit right in here, but it hasn't broken yet. It's got me a little worried though. All right, here they come. You can see the hexes they're taking, and he's through this little port town. So now he's moved through two of these little port towns. We'll see. All right, that's it for the attacks. I have to say, I'm more than pleased with that turn so far. Um, it could have been worse. How about that? I said I was going to label every episode from now on till the end of the winter as it could have been worse, or at least I hope that's what I could label it. This one would definitely qualify as for it could have been worse. We did lose a massive amount of panzers, inoperable panzers, up by Leningrad. But we did get those panzers, quote unquote, or the division out. Now that we combined it, it's like 20,000 men. So good thing we didn't get those guys trapped, right? Um, we did also rout with these units. They only ended up losing like 500 or 600 men, and they went flying out of here. So now we can get them back here. I'll try to get them on rail. I'll try to put them in the reserves once they come out of routed status. Here comes our logistics. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I hope he didn't put a unit in that hex. I hope it's just showing that control, because that's how we got to get the panzers out. And I don't want to attack with them, and I don't want to turn around and attack with this stack because they need all the strength they can get. Um, I don't know about you guys, but gosh darn, I'm having a good time. Man, this game is fun. Holy cow! I can't wait. Uh, to get moving at least back on the offensive. It may be a limited offensive, but I'll tell you this: the winner of 42, 43, we're going to be so prepared for that he may end up blowing us back into Poland, but he's going to take a shit ton of losses doing it. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. We're going to start digging in. I'm like, is it August? Let's start digging in. Let's go. Oh, he did put that damn. Gosh darn it. Maybe I should have left von Manstein there, but I didn't think the headquarters. I don't think the headquarters would have made a difference. I honestly don't. But now we can't get out that way. Ooh, you son of a gun. All right. The channel dash based on Hitler's perceived threat. I'll let you read this one. Essentially, the Germans decided to challenge the British, and they went through the English Channel as a show of force, and the English didn't respond correctly, or the British, okay, and there was some recriminations because basically people were asleep when it comes down to it. The SS Normandy, I'll let you read that one too. Soviet partisans 1 and 2. In many USS regions, Smolensk is a 2. We already knew that. We have a shortage of forces in Norway, and that has a cost. Axis loses 1 VP, 1 AP. All right. That was your breaking news. Losses 1.386, 3.747. Okay. If we look at the charts, hey, whoa! Tell you what, don't let your stock portfolio look like that. Sell, sell. No, actually, nowadays, this means buy the dip because up it goes. Total men. Ooh. Oh, we're almost at parity. All right. Total guns. Yikes. But again, don't compare like this chart to this chart. There's like 11 or 12,000 difference here. It looks much wider. Unfortunately, you look at the trend, right? And the trends are going the wrong direction. Total AFVs. I mean, even though we got smoked out that time, wasn't, you know, we'll go look. We'll go look at the turn summary. Manpower losses. We got the little better of him that time. Not that it matters to him. We did destroy more guns. We destroyed a lot more AFVs, even though you can see our spike because of that Leningrad. We had done a fairly good job of keeping this manageable, I guess, during the winter. But, gosh darn it, I don't know what to do about that now. I think I can get out this way still, but now he's going to be on the move. This is a stronger unit. I may actually take this Panzer division out and replace it with this Panzer division. I think I'm going to have to. Actually, that probably works. Let's look at the weather before we go here, just to know what we're dealing with. February 8th turn. Hey, guess what? There's snow on the ground, heavy snow, light snow, but now I'm starting to see the mud. It's let's go mudding, boys. Let's go mudding. We've still got blizzards all in the area on February 8th. February 15th. Wow, look at that weather front. I swear to God, this game's turning me into an amateur meteorologist. What's the weather on the ground? Okay. Once you start seeing the light snow, it's only a matter of time until it gets muddy. You can see the mud starting to getting close to Germany anyway. Let's get that mud out here. Ooh, yeah, I like it. All right, guys. I think we'll call it for this time. It's always the problem with this game. I want to keep playing, but we'll wait. We'll wait. Gosh darn it. But tomorrow, hey, we're up into the 90s. We're almost to episode 100. I'll ask you to please bring champagne to the celebration because that's huge. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get the 100th episode of War in the Pacific done before I do the 100th episode of this one because I feel a strange allegiance to War in the Pacific. Such a great game. But it's not for everyone. I get that. Anyway, thank you guys so much. We're gonna hang on. We're gonna fight on. Let's go. Get the bugles going for the eventual charge. Anyway, Strategy Gaming Dojo. I'll talk to you next time.